Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Vulcar Fagaloa, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is our second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 261 votes. You can vote for the vehicles you want to see by clicking on the link in the description down below. And as we're off, I'm sorry, Classic, I didn't mean to make you cry. I forgot that, there are more than one roadster style vehicles in the supers class. So obviously we have the Zeruso, I know about that, and the Coil Voltic, but he's right, there's also the 811, and that's totally it. There are no more. I have taken oh man, I have taken so much grief in the past week since saying that in last week's video. Just people listing off those what about the 811, Brendan? What about the 811? There's the 811, Brendan. It's like, okay, I forgot. Leave me alone. So there's three. Anyway, we're in one of my favorite cars in GTA Online. I don't know if this would make like my top. It's definitely not my top 5, but it'd probably be in like my top 25 cars in GTA Online. And I do own quite a few cars in GTA Online, like 300 and something. Well, vehicles, if you count planes and boats and helicopters and all that. It's like 320, 330 vehicles. And I love this one. I mean, it's not fast. It's at all. It's not fast. It handles okay. But I just love it because it has so much personality. Like, when Rockstar gets a design right, they get it very right. And this car is just perfect. I mean, it is just absolutely perfect. From the little vertical chrome strips on the rear to the color of the wood to where the other chrome is on there to the way the roof rack is, the headlights, everything about this car, the way the fenders. It's a beautiful, beautiful machine. It really is. And I love it, and it's doing okay up Mount Chiliad for as slow as this car is. I mean, I was never expecting, like, a super quick run, because it does have a little bit of a grip issue. Thankfully, it's kind of low on power, so we're not spinning the wheels too often. Look at that, it even managed to get enough speed to get some air. I mean, come on. You gotta give it to this little wagon. I guess it would be a shooting brake since it's a two-door. Yeah, probably. But you got to hand it to it. It's really chugging right on up the mountain for being such a, bottom pace style sports classics car. Well, look, we're nearly up and we're not even at 3 minutes yet. So this is kind of impressive. And look at that. Just clawed right up the side of that rock without any issue and barely coming in under that 3 minutes. Will it off-road? Yeah, and you know what? That makes me love this car even more. Look how beautiful it is. It's got a little mud on it, but other than that, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. And it's like, what? One of only 2 wagons in the game. So we're going to go for our controlled descent. Okay, one of 3 wagons in the game. Rocket there and his ingot just reminded me of another one that I had forgotten about. So yeah, 3 wagons, that's it, no more. So, descent. I was a bit worried, so I was going a little bit slow, and I was worried that the brakes wouldn't really be sufficient. Honestly, we recorded this a couple of weeks ago, so I don't remember exactly how well the braking holds up, honestly. I mean, I just edited these videos, just actually, when you're watching this, like the past 2 days, because I kind of went all week, totally forgetting that I needed to edit a Will It Off-Road video. It was a strange week, though, so, anyway. But yeah, it's doing okay, actually. Like, I've been sitting here watching it, a little bit fast into that corner, and made me go really dangerously close to the edge, but looks like we're doing all right. Definitely better than the people who stayed at the top of the mountain because, they're too lazy to try. Honestly, I think I'm just going to have to make a rule that you don't get to come to the Will It Off-Road lobby unless you're going to go back down. not just wait for the damage descent, because this is, I mean, they are genuinely missing out on a ton of the fun. And you know what? If they picked a car that barely made it up the mountain to begin with, well, that's their fault. You know, my cars are picked for me for the most part, except for the ones that I'm like, screw it, I'm going to record something else. Because, you know, my YouTube channel, I can do that. But, for the most part, my cars are picked for me. But everybody else gets to choose what they want to drive. Granted, I got serious respect that everybody tries to go with a theme based upon what was voted on. Like, they try to go with, like, a style or a country or a manufacturer or something. Go away, Agent 14. And, but yeah, come on, guys. Come back down the mountain. Yeah, seriously. I don't know. I'm going to have to consult with Sven and Commander Hobo, because they always come down the mountain, and see if maybe we just need to make some changes to World Offroad here. Because it's just, it's sad. It's sad that they don't come back down. Anyway, coming down has been fine for the Fagaloa. I don't know what I was worried about up at the top, because it has just powered right on down in 2 minutes, 39 seconds, almost 40. So we're going to go back up to the top of Mount Chiliad and, you know, just drive off the side after Commando, I do that a lot. Commander Hobo rear-ended me. So that won't be the only time he hits me, I'm sure, because the damage descent, when there's a lot of people in the lobby, you know, there's only, see hogs going by, there's only so many places for the cars to go in this narrow little valley here, so, yeah, not a lot you can do about it. Looks like somebody's still up at top, though. Can't quite tell. Oh, hi, Commander. We are both shedding just tons and tons of body panels. And I'm getting assaulted by them, so that's kind of awesome. In the behind-the-scenes version of it, Commander was just dying laughing about that. He thought it was funny that I was getting beat up by all of our collective body panels. And you can check out the behind-the-scenes version of Will It Off-Road by becoming a channel supporter. Either by becoming a channel member here on YouTube, which is as cheap as $1.99 a month, or become a Patreon supporter, which is as cheap as $1 a month, or over on Twitch if you become a channel subscriber, which could potentially cost you nothing extra if you already have Amazon Prime. That means you also have Twitch Prime, and you get a free subscription that you can give away to the channel of your choosing. Of course, all that links to Discord, so you would want to make sure you've got the appropriate service that I just named off above linked through your Discord profile. And then on our Vainglorious Discord server, you get access to the Vainglorious Supporter channel. So it's not expensive, it's cheap, and you get the better version of Will It Off-Road. And I'm going to talk more about that in a second, because we did something really cool yesterday. But we are down with the Fagaloa in 1 minute, 46 seconds, and apparently 2 people were in 1 car. So let's take a look at the damage. Most of the windows are gone, the headlights and most of the rear lights gone. The hood and the right door are missing, the left door won't close, and the wheels are ever so slightly bent. And it sounds like somebody just got run over. There's the 2 vehicles that managed to make it down, both also Vulcars, and both also really, really battered. But that is going to bring us to our next vehicle, the Enus Stafford. Most voted for vehicle this week with, and again I shit you not, 570 votes. Go vote! Seriously, it's been a while since people have really started spamming the votes and rigged them. And you know what? That tells me people aren't really interested. And honestly, if interest in the series dies, I'm going to stop making the series. But Growly, Jaguar, yes, Weenie, we make beautiful, slow, fun cars. Dynasty, this speed is all you need. And I can't really do a good Jeremy Clarkson voice. But if you didn't read Speed in Jeremy Clarkson's voice, I don't know what's wrong with you. I love this car a lot. Again, you guys know by now I like beautiful cars. Not necessarily because they're nice to drive, though this one is. Not because they're fast. This one isn't really. But just because there's something about a well-designed car. Just the line of it. The curves, the angles, the way the paint is on the car. All of it comes together in a way that I don't know. A long time ago, Top Gear, good Top Gear, back when it was the Holy Trinity, did a Can Cars Beat Art thing. And I say yes, cars and their visual design is definitely an art form. Some people get it very wrong, and not all cars are art. There's the appliance cars, your Toyota Camrys and Corollas of the world, and they're not meant to be a thing of beauty. But then you have, like a designer like Pininfarina, or Pagani, Horatio Pagani, and then one of my favorite designers, and he resto mods cars and restores cars, Chip Foose. It is art. They create things of beauty, and I love it. And that's the way I feel about the Stafford. I think it's an absolutely beautiful car. Granted, clearly not the best car to drive up a mountain, because you can hear it struggling. About the only thing good I can say about it is it at least stayed in lower gears so that it didn't bog down and wind up stopping. Because a lot of these slower cars will tend to upshift at the least appropriate time and make things pretty inconvenient. But anyways, I was talking earlier about the behind-the-scenes version of Will It Offroad, and we did something kind of special. Everybody is going to get to see one of those behind-the-scenes videos in just a couple of weeks. Because yesterday, not only did we record our Will It Offroad, because that's when we always record, is Sunday afternoons, and you're welcome to join in, if you're on PC, that is. But I also live streamed it. So anybody who was there in the live stream, granted they didn't have the counter and all the graphics and everything, but they still got to see everything that goes into making a Will It Offroad. That's what Will It Offroad behind the scenes is, plus just a lot of fun banter. And that video is going to be public in just a couple weeks, so everybody can get a little taste of exactly what the behind the scenes videos. But the Stafford is up in a fairly respectable 311. Can It Offroad? Will It Offroad? Yes, I know the title of my own video, Can It Offroad? Did I really just do that? Shush, it's 11:32 p.m. Did I just do that? The big yes is on the screen. Yes, you did, idiot. So it's time to take the Stafford back down in a controlled descent. And of course, make sure you're playing Will It Offroad Bingo. I know several of you already do. But if you're new to the channel or you've just never checked it out, it's kind of a nice little way to make Will It Offroad more interactive. If you didn't get to take part in its recording, you can at least be a little more involved by playing Will It Offroad Bingo. The link is in the description down below. That opens up a web page on your mobile device or your computer. Just click Generate Card, and then click or tap on each square when the appropriate thing happens. And you may get bingo. We have now had 2 winners, 3 winners? I think 2. I think Sven has won twice, and then there's been one other winner as well. So that's very cool. And I know it's sad that I can't remember the name, but it's just, like I said, it's 11:30 at night, and it's been a long day already. We recorded one of these videos today, and it took over 2 hours to record today because there was rain. Oy. Rain always delays it, because I try not to do Will It Offroad in the rain because it skews the results. But no rain when we recorded the Stafford a few weeks back, and it's doing all right for as big and as heavy as this thing is. It does have a tendency, as you saw just then, to try to go up on 2 wheels in some of the sharper turns, but it lands okay. There is a bit of a bounce going on, but it does all right. It doesn't go too terribly out of control. It's something you can rein in fairly easily. I am trying to keep the speed off, though, because this is just a heavy car. And at speed, the brakes just can't stop it. And really close to the edge. Okay, yeah, this is no bueno. Commander also having issues because Sven smacked him coming around the corner. Tried to go up and over the rock to get on the trail, got high-centered, and, well, that was that. No luck. And I know there's no way, nice Sven, I know that there's no way that I'm going to be able to get back up to where I fell off. So instead, we're just going to shortcut it a bit and drive over to the trail that's right over here and resume from this point. There's really no point in trying to get back up there. There's Commander. He has recovered from the issues he was having earlier. Back into the Stafford, kind of all over the place, honestly. But again, it's not a car that is too terribly difficult to keep under control. Into control. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. But, you know, it does well. Oh, no, I've got a 1 level. I can't imagine how that happened. And this is the only place where the back end really starts to get a little fishy on me is, well, fishy, literally, it's fishtailing. It just doesn't have the most grip, so, you know, you gotta watch yourself. But we are down 3 minutes, 5 seconds, almost 6, and there's everybody else. Commander's up there somewhere on the left. Don't know what happened to him. A beautiful sunset because this car has taken a little bit longer than normal, and we slowly go off the side with adequate speed. You know, it wasn't any more than necessary. And getting some serious air in this thing, and now just doing a lovely, lovely end over in there. But a huge hit when we finally came down. Lots of things sounded like they broke just then. Interestingly enough, kind of still far ahead despite how slow I was, but I think somebody just threw a car part at me. Oh, there's Finn and his Z-Type. He caught up. I knew somebody eventually would. At this point, the Stafford wasn't really responding. The engine was kind of dead for a minute, but it kicked back in as I hit that rock. There's Commander in his big giant Enus. And we're just kind of tangoing for a little bit there. I shoved him out of the way and said sayonara. Yeah, but it does seem like we try to stay out of each other's way. Okay, everybody tries to stay out of my way on the ascent and the controlled descent. Well, damage descent, it's kind of a free-for-all, and there's not much you can do about that. So we kind of embrace that free-for-all mentality. I still can't have any help, so like if I'm stuck, nobody can be like, here's a little friendly nudge. But, you know, if you just happen to ram into somebody, you just happen to ram into somebody. There's not a lot you can do about it, even though most of us do aim for one another. But the Stafford is down in its damage descent, 1 minute, 30 flat. We don't get too many flats on that. And let's take a look at the damage on the Stafford. We're missing 3 windows and 1 rear light. The rear bumper is gone, the doors and trunk and hood won't close, and the wheels are ever so slightly bent. So, kind of a tank. This thing really did well. We'll take a look at our support vehicles. A lot of damage there, though. Definitely not built as well as they used to be. And here's a shot from the rear as Finn's just punching somebody in the air. Not really sure what's up with that. But that is going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. Again, please go vote. Seriously, go vote for the vehicles you want to see. If there's one you really want to see, spam that vote 100 times if you want to. You'll get it right into the #1 spot for our recording next week. Pretty easy. And make sure you play Will It Off-Road Bingo. Both of those links are in the description down below. And come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. And that link also in the description down below. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.